The San Francisco 49ers emerged victorious with a score of 3-0-1-2 in their Thursday night matchup against the New York Giants. Although the 49ers did not appear unstoppable, they managed to effectively deal with their injured opponents. Throughout the game, the Giants managed to stay in contention until the final quarter, where the 49ers ultimately secured their victory. Here are some key insights into the performance of each team. It wasn't always pretty, and it wasn't as easy as the final score might indicate, but the 49ers took care of business. On a short week, the Niners, without injured receiver Brandon Ayuk's shoulder, labored through the win, while the Giants were shorthanded in their second game of a West Coast swing. There's no need for the 49ers to apologize for another victory as San Francisco moved to 3-0 for just the second time in the past 25 years. But if this win taught anything, it's that Ayuk's value to the Niners should not be discounted. The Giants entered this game having blitzed more than any team in the league since the start of 2022. They lived up to that reputation, relentlessly sending extra rushers at 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy. Those blitzes were effective in the first half, not only in pressuring Purdy, but in causing him to be off target and forcing Niners coach Kyle Shanahan to resort to more screens and quick passes instead of the intermediate routes he often prefers. That is where Ayuk would have made a difference. Dating to the start of last season, Ayuk has 50 catches, tied for 8th in the NFL for 679 yards, tied for 9th against man coverage. Nobody on the Niners more consistently and quickly beats man coverage than Ayuk. In the second half, fellow wideout Deebo Samuel 6 catches for 129 yards and a touchdown, and tight end George Kittle 7 receptions for 90 yards helped pick up the slack, and the Niners defense dominated the Giants. To be sure, the 49ers did the right thing keeping Ayuk, whom they'd like to sign to a contract extension in the offseason, out Thursday night so he can use the extra rest to get healthy for the long haul. But his absence should also only bolster how much they value him for the rest of this season. QB breakdown with defenders constantly in his face. Purdy had a bit of an odd night, though his final numbers turned out quite good. Purdy finished 25 of 37 for 310 yards, with 2 touchdowns for a passer rating of 111.3. Purdy put the ball in harm's way a handful of times and was fortunate to avoid turnovers in the first half. But he was outstanding on third down and came on late in the game. It wasn't his best performance, but Purdy is now one of only 4 quarterbacks to start a career with at least 8 straight regular season wins in the Super Bowl era. Purdy was blitzed on 74% of his dropbacks, the highest blitz rate faced by a QB with 30 dropbacks since Colin Kaepernick in 2013. 88% versus Cardinals. The 29 blitzes Purdy faced were more than double his previous high 14. Troubling trend, the Niners entered the night tied for the 5th most penalties in the league and did nothing to assuage those concerns. Against the Giants, San Francisco finished with 6 penalties for 71 yards, including 2 for 37 yards that set up New York's first touchdown of the game. Eye-popping stat after scoring on a 4-yard run. In the first half, Niners running back Christian McCaffrey now has a touchdown in 12 consecutive games, including playoffs, tying him with Jerry Rice for the longest streak in franchise history. In conclusion, the San Francisco 49ers emerged victorious with a score of 30-12 in their game against the New York Giants. Despite missing injured receiver Brandon Ayuk, the 49ers were able to effectively deal with their opponents and secure the win. The Giants managed to stay in contention until the final quarter, but the 49ers ultimately dominated the game, with wideout Deebo Samuel and tight end George Kittle stepping up in Ayuk's absence. Quarterback Brock Purdy had a bit of a challenging night, facing constant pressure from the Giants' blitzes, but still managed to put up good numbers. However, the Niners' high penalty count remains a troubling trend. On a positive note, running back Christian McCaffrey's touchdown in the game extended his streak to 12 consecutive games with a touchdown, tying him with Jerry Rice for the longest streak in franchise history. Overall, the 49ers' victory showcased their ability to overcome challenges and improve their record to 3-0 for only the second time in the past 25 years.
Thanks for watching Droid Zone channel. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tech updates. Keep the feedback coming in the comments. See you next time. Tech enthusiasts, goodbye.